United Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF, on Friday 9th December, hosted a workshop at the Bay Gardens Hotel entitled Children and Climate Change, Action for Prevention, Mitigation and Response to Fulfill the Rights of Children to Education in Emergencies. In attendance were representatives of national organizations such as the St. Lucia Social Development Fund, SSDF, which has since joined the initiative by adopting certain measures suggested by UNICEF. Director of Disaster Management in Barbados and UNICEF consultant Mrs. Hazel A. Todd coordinated the meeting and assured the attendees that UNICEF, through a series of regional workshops, aims to create a more efficient mitigation system as it pertains to children and their education.
I had actually selected SSDF and targeted them because in an earlier interview with them as a stakeholder, I really loved the initiative that they had implemented after a disaster to ensure that children receive quality education of some sort, and those children had been cut off from schools for a number of weeks. And they developed various educational tools and resources to target those children.
Deputy Executive Director of the SSDF, Mr. Alison Mathray, said that the program is one which should be taken seriously by all island officials.
I think this initiative, this workshop is good because it will help us to come up with a strategy, a national strategy as it relates to children, because we think about that disasters and we think of bringing relief to people, which is our mandate. But I think nobody really remembers the children and how it impacts them. After Hurricane Thomas, the SSDF got very involved very quickly in assisting the students because we knew that state students were displaced. As you remember, schools were closed for a period of time. So clearly we recognized that it was important for the children to get some sort of instruction. So very early we got involved in that process.
Leonard Terrence, manager of the Boys Training Center and a keen participant in the seminar, expressed his eagerness to learn more from the workshop and plans to implement some of the more feasible methods into the workings of the institution.
The information that has been presented is relevant to us at the center because as an institution, we have to deal with disasters like any other institution, and more so, we deal with very vulnerable children, and that we want to ensure that our responses are appropriate in dealing with them. And so this information that is being presented here today gives us an opportunity to go back to the drawing board and to see how much of it we can implement, look at the errors that we've made in the past and to try to correct it. And that so should there be any disaster, God forbid, that will be in a better position to respond.
The workshop aims to assess the extent to which current mitigation strategies are working in the Caribbean, namely Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia.